Hi everyone, I am vishvesh. Now I am going to talk about human greed is how human greed destroys our ecosystem and is the cause of all our sufferings. We live in a world where the indicator of success is how much wealth we have. Salary, size, and number of cars determine the success of our lives. But in reality, there is no correlation between possessing more things and happiness. But in this society driven by greediness, this fact is hard to accept. We need not live the life of a monk, but once the basic needs are satisfied, we should not think of more and more consumption in the form of food or wealth or anything else. Unsustainable consumption by the humans is the fundamental cause of pollution and ecological destruction. The climate crisis the world is facing today is a result of this unmanageable intake by the human population. We have destroyed 30% of the tropical forests and wiped out 60% of mammals, birds, fish, and reptiles. We have exploited Earth's resources to the breaking point, and the climate crisis is the most consequential impact of this greed. It is not something that is going to happen in the future. It is happening right in front of our eyes. From mega forest fires to intense cyclones to extreme floods and droughts, we are witnessing the worst impacts of climate change. Yet, this has not stopped us from burning more fossil fuels to meet our unending energy needs. Let's now talk about another unseen deadly enemy created by us humans. A virus that is replicating into numerous variants is holding the world in its grip. It was created by the extreme greed of humans to taste the exotic animals, which is strikingly the starting point of this mayhem. As the saying goes, what goes around comes around. Nature too has a tolerance point. This virus, which was once endemic to the forest, mutated and started spreading from their natural hosts to the humans. We are paying the price of destroying all of our lifelines for our personal pleasures. In one of the famous Matsya Purana, it has been told, save a tree, save 10 families. One tree equals 10 suns. A pond equals 10 wells. A reservoir equals 10 ponds. A sun equals 10 reservoirs and a tree equals 10 suns. This is sloka, which explains this. It explains this. Dashakupa samavapi, dashavapi samoradaha, dashahrida samapito, dashaputro samaduma. The message here is of immense environmental importance. Water is an important natural resource. In olden times, it was crucial to keep water bodies clean. Do some rainwater harvesting in dry regions. In Indian tradition, great stress has been put on water bodies and their maintenance and on water purification techniques. Even as far back as Vedas, one does two kinds of deeds, one for self, another for society. Among the recommended deeds for society are building a well, which is an artificial pond for rainwater harvesting. These reservoirs are of great importance to the society. In the Matsya Purana, the importance of having a son or daughter to continue the lineage, possessions, knowledge, etc. is compared to 10 such huge reservoirs. And even more important than a son or daughter is a tree, because a tree that grows through several years creates the ecosystem of its own around it, supporting insects, animals, birds, and humans. It enriches the environment with oxygen, dead leaves as nutrients to the soil. A sun would take care of one family once own, but a giant tree like this will take care of 10 families. This such is the importance of trees that that is 10 times more important than an already important child. Now that we have talked about the problems, let's look at the possible solutions. Our education system must be redesigned to bring up the next generation that will tread lightly on the earth, imparting new social values in which success is defined as not as wealth and consumption, but in terms of how much we contribute to the betterment of our community, country, and environment. It must teach the children the new economics, which promotes nurturing the earth rather than over-exploiting its resources. Children must be taught these hard truths to save our home and earth. Thank you.
Excellent, Vishvesh. You really nicely brought out why we should save the environment from our greed. Children, we know all. Before that,